Thank you, Mr. Sujit, and thank you, Sahak. First of all, I want to present my best regards and respects to all of the members of this webinar and also those which are watching live. Uh, I think that the situation of Afghanistan is various from other countries, even in its social life or even in its NGOs activities as well. The structure of NGOs and also other institutions which are working for the which work voluntarily is different from other countries. Here in Afghanistan, there are NGOs which are registered with Ministry of Economy, and the same times other organizations which are working social activities, they are registered with Ministry of Justice. Uh, Here during COVID-19 outbreak and pandemic, uh, we were witness the first case of this COVID-19 in February 2020. It's about 22nd of February that we were witness. The first case was these 2 months. There were about 23 to 25 categories of people which are uh, which were allowed to do their works, including healthcare uh, workers, including the security forces, and also including the media workers, press empires, and also those organizations which works for, it means like humanitarian aid organization, also allowed to work. Uh, During these times, unfortunately, we were also witness of the increase of insurgents in the country as well. Uh, Here, few organizations, few NGOs, which are all NGOs which are registered with the Ministry of Economy, they stop their works from the office and they start their works from the homes. But in the same time, social organization which register with Ministry of Justice, they were a bit active, and they start their works because of there was a few cases of corruptions in the country over the about the expenditures of COVID-19's treatments and hospitals, and they start their monitoring and this calls on the government to stop these types of corruption. In the same time, these social organizations also started their calls and criticize the government's strategy and policy about the peace and peace negotiations between Taliban and the government of Afghanistan. So we can say that our activities that here Youth Mission and possible organizations, unfortunately we stopped all of our activities from the office and we started our activities from home. In the same times which Readat digital news agency needs to work to broadcast and to start their works about the current situations and something else. Our employees came to the office. They worked and they worked routinely like other days. But our activities, advocacy, like campaign, like lobbying, which needs gathering, uh, that were stopped. Uh, 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 but few organizations uh, that I told you that I should before, like social organizations, because during this downtime in Afghanistan, the insecurity increased. We we were witness about a few of very bad incidents and attacks in Afghanistan, like ISIL attacked the hospital in Kabul, and in the same times there was a blast in the funeral ceremony at Nangarhar, Taliban on the security forces of Afghanistan and the eastern of the country. Uh, uh, because of these attacks and incidents, the people of Afghanistan, the youth and new generations of the country started their calls and they criticized the security policies of the country, of the government, and also they calls on the main armed opposition of the country, like Taliban, to stop increase the violence in the country, to uh, uh, to struggle with COVID-19 and with the insurgency. Um, Nowadays, after the lockdown, we start our works normally, but we are using all all those rules and regulation. We are implementing that the Ministry of Public Health told us, and they need to do that one. Like there is no still there is uh, uh, gathering of peoples. Uh, but there is some small gatherings conducting there in the country and Kabul and other provinces. In the same times, we are using also while we are going to the few meetings and gatherings. We are using uh, uh, sanitizer. Sometimes there's people are still not using handshakes and uh, also wearing masks and gloves and like that. We are we are implementing all those mechanisms which are told by Ministry of Public Health. Uh, Unfortunately, during these times, because most of the structure of they are different from India, from Nepal, from other countries. In India, you may fund it or you can generate funds from the government, but here in Afghanistan, we cannot generate funds from the government for our activities. We are generating funds from international organizations and uh, international and embassies of other countries are active in Afghanistan. Uh, Still, most of the international organizations like foundations, like you said, like others, are still not working from their office. They are still from their homes, and sometimes we face with especially in regarding funds because of the funding, because of the uh, mm, COVID-19, we postponed our activities, and also still most of the NGOs which are uh, 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 working and which are active by international communities funding, they are still need to postpone their activities because there is no fund till now. At the same times, few other organizations also pause their activities in the country till unknown time. So the COVID-19 affected most of Afghans, but in the same times, those are starting their monitoring activities of the government schemes. Uh, the government of Afghanistan during lockdown time, and after that, they had few uh, programs like distribution of bread to the poor people, like distribution of goods to poor people, and the the social organizations in the country and also NGOs started their monitoring, and many times they criticize the government schemes regarding this, and in the same times they also um, uh, there are few other organizations which released and conducted investigations on these things. One more thing I want to share with all of you guys, that according to formal and official reports, that about 38,100 plus people are uh, infected by COVID-19, but according to unofficial reports, that most of Afghans infected by COVID-19 pandemic, because about 90% people had the signs of this pandemic. That we can say, because most of people didn't take they didn't face this pandemic. It's not like the India during lockdown times. No one were allowed to go outside, but here in Afghanistan, even beside of 25 categories of people's were able to go to the market, to go to the to meet their families members, and even to play cricket or football, like that. So according to unofficial reports, that no one is ready to even accept this funds, but most of people uh, infected by this pandemic. um, so we face with few problems, that we are not able to receive funds from international community and international organizations to what we planned. We are not able now to achieve that one. Sujit, I think it's enough for now.